Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to some more Stationeers. As we continue on. We're sitting pretty. We're very good. We've just set up the tool manufactory so we can make a tape fairly easily. Let's have a bit of, some glasses. What iron and silicon. Okay, that sort of makes sense, I suppose. Marine armor. Night vision goggles. Jesus, that's excessive, don't you think? What is going on here? Space pack. Jetpack basic. That's what I've got. What's a space pack? Iron and copper. Maybe we'll have a look. Uniform. Okay, so a lot of this is just whatever. Dirt canister. Kit basket. Kit igniter. Igniter. We've discussed the idea of controlled explosions. And I said if only they had something that you could ignite with. No, stop. Alright, now how does this work? Oh shit. So I can trigger it myself. I suppose that's maybe a data connection? Oh shit. The mind races at the possibility. That is cool. Alright, we'll keep that in the back of the old bloody mind. That is interesting. Yeah, because consider... I'm not sure if iron steel frames welded up are invulnerable to pressure. I know blast doors are. I was reading the tooltip a while back. They can take infinite pressure from what I understand. Oh, you know what? I could be wrong. But, terrain manipulator. Okay. Fuck it, let's find out. Iron and gold. Yeah. Controlled explosions. I mean, we've got the gas. We've got the ability to do that. But then to what end? State change is something general. Like, I mean, you can't sort of just break down all of how we get energy in society, but a lot of the time, a state change is a big part of it. Oh? Oh, you know what? You probably need a battery, sir, don't you? Oh. You need a dirt canister. Fire extinguisher? Iron, okay. Is it empty? I wonder if it's empty. Yeah, I don't really think state change is a thing in here. They've struggled with fluid, from what I understand, with liquid. What's going on with this thing? Do you reckon maybe if mining belt set flatten on my drill? Dirt canister. Let's just check real quick. I wasn't expecting to play with this thing, but what is it? Terrain manipulator. Battery, dirt canister. Doesn't really tell you much, does it? Well. I used the in-game tools, you know, devs. I did what I could. I tried to understand. But your game didn't explain this to me very well. So, what do you want me to do? You know? On the shelf it goes. Alright. I'm gonna actually keep looking through here. This is at least interesting to know what's in there. Spray cans, yeah, I get that. Terrain, alright, basket, no, go away. Flag, angle grinder, arc welder. So that's a different welder to what we're using. So we use arcing tech. So is it just purely battery powered? I wonder. Mining drill heavy, that probably is electrum inverse solder. Yeah, okay. Remote detonator. I've played with that before. Okay, cool. So that's not that exciting what's in there, to be honest. There's some interesting things in there for sure. Right. Well, we're at night time. We should probably... Well, I was going to go check on the plants, but I think they're fine, to be honest. All right. So, we're gonna do this same system, zipping through here. Controlled explosions, though, that goes in my brain. ODA flag, I don't know what that means. It's just a normal flag, okay. Respawn. Hopper. Kit furnace. Blast doors, centrifuge. That's right, we did zip through these previously. Alright, now tell me about the bloody... Let's build a fucking spaceship. Let's do it. Now I think in order to do that, I need the upgrades for these manufacturing systems, and I think they come from this. Or advanced food is something people suggested. I'm not that worried about it, to be honest. Battery charger. Electronic printer mod, right? That's something. Kit Harvey. Nope. Upright wind turbine. Research machine, that's not applicable here. Neither are the research bits. Battery. Cable analyzer. Fuses. Elevator. Flashing light. Hydroponic station. Now, I don't know if that's the advanced one everyone's talking up. Nickel. I don't think we've got nickel. Landing pad. See, that's the other option as well. Is getting a landing pad. That's doable. That's a lot of steel. Is getting a landing pad going and trying to set up the trade thing. We haven't actually done that before. Logic transmitter. Power connector. Okay, that's cool. Satellite dish. Which kind of goes hand in hand with the trader, right? Nickel, solder. Right. Kit speaker, transformer, trigger plate, turbine generator, kit transformer, credit card, penetrating radar. Hang on, have I made a mistake here? I only saw the upgrade for the Was it just called upgrade? No. Mod? Electronic printer mod, right? We know that it's under the tag mod. I mean, who knows? I'll check anyway, but no. Okay, cool. So maybe the path to all the upgrades is through the electro printer first? I'm not sure. Look at this. Electrum, Constantin, and solder. Alright, game, you win. I'll play nice and I'll start. We're gonna do some advanced furnace work. We've done this sort of shit before. Now we might actually start looking at having an input gas mix. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means I kind of want to capture as many gases as I possibly can. Yeah, I just generally do. I think that's a good place to start. Are we going to stop using this furnace? Well, no, because this has a lot of application. Also, bearing in mind, who knows how long it takes them to fix this bug, but we can't actually do smelting operations. I mean, unless we get a feed in first. Okay. Sure. So something I did previously was I made these little, it was all manual. It was all manual valves doing all these little bloody hot shots, right? We don't have a back pressure regulator on this, which we really should get as well. So you have a look at this. 5, right? There's probably still, it's equalized the pressure across the system. It's not a huge big deal, but it's big enough. Fuck. That's something we're gonna need to do as well. Good thing I thought of that. Yeah, okay, so I was doing little valves. So what we would want to probably do is make the ideal gas mix and have it come in the input. And we could do little like button presses, I suppose, to, well, it really does depend. Like hypothetically, we could actually do varied mixtures depending on how stingy we want to be on each of the two gases, right? Maybe we want to be more stingy on volatile or oxide, so we could actually favor the mix one way or the other up to a limit depending on the metal. Yeah, we could really go down the rabbit hole on that one. Okay, but for the time being, we're going to need to start sorting gases. That's the most important thing, right? Is that we have a gas sorting system, right? Now, we've got, this is our sort of capture gas for the runoff there. So essentially, we could run this into a system that sorts that gas out, right? That's one thing that we can do. We could also just have a generic suction of the atmosphere, because remember, we've got all of this that we could collect. Now that'd be good for collecting O2, oxide, for all sorts of reasons, breathing, that sort of stuff, but we're not getting volatile in through that. Okay. So what if we just have to get the ball rolling, what if we create some sort of intake system to just suck gas in from the air and process it? Okay, cool. So we would want an intake. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I know the storms seem to come from that direction consistently. So, you know, part of me wants to just put the intake on this side. Doesn't really fucking matter though, does it? Am I going to expand this monolith of a base? Probably not. You know, we could probably just put it sort of here, right? If we started doing this. Okay, well, let's see. We'll start by getting, I know I'm sort of, excuse me, I'm sort of spitballing this for the moment because we need to figure it all out. Where is our steel? Oh, we've only got 4 grams, or whatever you want to call it. Oh no, we want it in auto lathe, okay. Was it 3 steel to a what are they called? Frame? Frame. 2 steel to a frame. Sorry. You get a peek inside me head. There you go, and see how I start conceptualizing problems. Sheet. I think we'll probably have to make 2 of these. Alright, this will be a start. At least until we can't cook any... We can't make any more steel during the day. That's all right. We can still work with iron. It's not a big deal. 6... Actually would... Where is my belt? That's right. People taught me how to do these things. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Right. We're just going to start slapping shit down because we don't want analysis paralysis, right? I've come up with the concept of what we're doing, and that's enough to get going. We're going to want a passive vent. It doesn't really... Well, active, passive... Because we could use active with a back pressure regulator. I think we'll just do passive. We'll start with passive. We can always change it later on if it's a problem, right? We start with a passive vent. This will be our intake. 3 iron. Oh shit, you gotta turn it off, you dickhead. Absolute bloody squarehead. Okay, here we go. Iron. Passive vent. Right. So, let's say we just slap this bloke on the ground like that. We now want to... Oh. Okay. Let's deal with that. But we want that directionally forced. So we're going to want a back pressure regulator. I mean, well... We could maybe use an... Because with an active vent, you could reverse the flow if for whatever reason you had to flush the system. I'm not sure. Jury's still out on this one. Not sure. I mean, we can just leave that open, can't we? Set outward. It's getting warm in here and the pressure's built right up too. Plants are going well. Yeah, I mean, look, I'd love to shore up the hydroponics, all sorts of things. I think it's all going to come back to the start point, which is gas management is going to be the genesis. Like, yeah, I think, yeah, we're sort of trying to come up with the fundamental building block, as it were, of what is our next step towards all of our goals. 25 degrees, eh? We'll be alright for a while. We've got that cooler set up. What is the temperature of our O2 bottle? Anyway. Oh, 5 degrees. You're laughing. Okay. So... at the very least, having a back pressure regulator will force directional flow. That's the problem with a passive vent, is that it can flow in both directions, right? Having said that, more and more I'm starting to think maybe just an active vent is the go. We'll just make sure we have a grid that it can accommodate for hypothetically having it turned on at all times, and potentially have blow-off exhaust ports for each of the gas types. So if for some reason we're over-harvesting beyond our capacity, we could blow out. Yeah. I've convinced myself I want to do an active vent instead now. I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason to do either side. I need more iron. Do we have any here? No, so we'll go mining. What am I doing? Yeah, so essentially going to create a gas farm is, you know, at the basic concept, this is what I'm sort of trying to come up with, which would be farming the 4 types of gas that we get from the natural Martian atmosphere. This is exciting too, because it's not something I've really done before, because I've spent most of my time on the moon. And you can't really capture much gas there. So, yeah, we'll basically siphon gas out of the atmosphere, and we're going to subdivide it into different groups. And then from there, we could hypothetically have a pretty rudimentary system that kind of infinitely makes sure that we've got all the gas that we need. At least of those gases. See, volatile, that's another story. Still have to manually farm that ourselves. Look at this. This is why you always farm with a jetpack on. Are you silicon? Is that what you are? You are. I mean, we're not really using much silicon, but fuck it. Welcome aboard, sir. Yeah, that should be silicon as well, right? Yeah, as best I can tell, there's like no water in the game anymore, unless the water ice does in fact still exist. The other thing that I've considered doing... Geez, you reckon that's oxide? That's very blue. Could be I just haven't seen oxide in a while. Yeah, it is oxide. Yeah, you see what I mean? Let's head back. Sun's going down. The only other project that will distract me from this that I'm seriously considering doing, but again, we're going to come back to the same problem of trying to smelt different ores, unless we want to just do it at night time and just bloody Shanghai in some crazy ore. Let's dig some of this real quick. What I've thought about is potentially trying to break the game's economy, because you can trade with passing ships if you set up the trade system, apparently. I haven't put it into use, right? But it also occurs to me that you can use things like organics printers and that. I believe you can make stuff from an organics printer. So if you had enough power, hypothetically, you might be able to actually just print stuff that you can always trade, and then you'll have infinite economy. I don't know. But that's making me think now. Or okay. Let's just make sure that thing still exists. Organics printer. Here we go. Construction options. Prefab hash. Okay. Well. No. So I suspect we're going to have to make that advanced mod. You know what? I might actually, at least at nighttime, during the day maybe not, but at nighttime we might focus in on this. Electrum, Constantin, and solder. I think I've made Electrum before. Electrum. Yeah, right? What are you? What are you? Oh, here we go. Gold and silver? Gold and silver. We don't have silver. That's right. What was the other one? Constantin. Constantin. Copper and nickel. So we need silver. Did I just accidentally turn that machine on while I was... And I think the other one was solder. Iron and lead. So nickel, lead, and silver. That's kind of our shopping list, if you will, right? Nickel, lead, and silver. I gotta remember this. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna sort of work to do, and we might just keep brute forcing. There you go, you can plus them together. That's cool. We might just keep brute forcing the smelting at nighttime with the just dumping the ores in. You know what I mean? I'll put this core in the machine. And then we can get that mod, which I assume will then give us the ability to build the organics printer. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's something that I personally would find interesting to work toward. But that means a bit of mining as well to find all those ingredients. But it'll be good. It'll be good to see if we can make all this shit just from the basic furnace setup as well without having the gases go in. We're also going to work towards like a gas capture and sorting system. What I might even jump the queue for is having some sort of we'll cobble together a gas insert for the furnace so we can do the smelting by the day as well. So what would we need there? We'd essentially want... Well, we've got fuckloads of O2 as long as we don't contaminate it. So we could run a pipe off of that so we could take chunks... Yeah, we've done this before on the moon. So we could take O2 out of that. We could have a basic suction feed for volatiles. We might have to make a vacuum room for it. Yeah, we could do that. Because I've done that on the moon where I just drop it on a vent and suck it in while it sublimates. But because it's in zero atmosphere, it's pure... We'd have to filter the atmosphere out of the Martian atmosphere out to get pure volatile. I mean, unless we do a really dirty burn and we put, like, if we don't give a shit if it's volatile and oxide, no, well, that would still probably mess with your ratios. Oh my God, there's a lot to think about. Okay, cool. So the plan is, in case it's not clear, we're going to work towards trying to make more complex alloys. Because I want to have a look at the sort of trading system / organics printer / more advanced things that we could build that I haven't really done before. And in order to do that, we're probably going to have to come up with, well, the gas capture thing might go on hold for a sec, but we'll come up with like a rudimentary gas feed, a fuel mixture, basically. Or mixera, whatever you'd like to call it. It won't be very complicated, but as long as it does the job and it's serviceable and probably stingy, we might do a bit of a carbon copy of what we did on the moon back in the day. So those that are newer to the channel, you're in for a treat. We're digging out one of our old experiments, I suppose. Yeah, cool. All right, team, thanks again for joining me. We might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.